You're listening to the Fuck Yeah Nation Network.
John SHEFSKY here, and welcome to the Robertland Arcade Fire Special. I remember when I was just 3 years old and I was hanging out with John Candy, Gordie Howe, and Jim Carrey, and all of the members of Kids in the Hall, and they said, "Hey kid, do you want to know what real rock and roll sounds like? Do you think you're ready for this?" And I said, "Hard to say, eh?" And they said, "Wow, you must be Canadian just like us." And I said, "I am." They said, "Well, you're going to love this Canadian band. They're emotional and cynical about the state of society, and they're from Montreal, or at least most of them are." And I said, "What's the name of the band?" They said, "It's Arcade Fire." I knew right then that one day a podcast like Robertland would do an Arcade Fire special episode. So here it is, the Robertland Arcade Fire Special!
Welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. And I'm your host, Robert Thompson, comedian, musician, cartoon star, and all bunch of stuff. Inside joke. You guys will know someday. And theme park phenologist a la do. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Man, this is special. Guys, we're joined by two lovely gentlemen. We've got Steve Rodgers back in the house.
Hey, guys. Glad to be here.
Heck yeah. And we've got Matt the Ratt here.
Hey.
Our friend Ryan D's brother. We are here. We're excited, man. This is good. I just almost spoiled a cartoon that we're actually all going to star.
It's already spoiled, dude.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to
It's rotten.
Yeah. It's you guys remember that website rotten.com? You guys remember that? Where
Of course.
Pictures of like Chris Farley's bloated dead body.
My God.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to pitch
bad one.
I'm trying to pitch this to TBN. Rotten.com was a big sensation back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, I think kids need to see Tupac's dead body and like, you know, what someone in Vietnam looked like
Tupac
exploded.
is still alive. But
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Cuba.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hanging out with
Okay.
Castro.
no, he's hanging out in some weird ass bar in New Orleans with a bunch of randos.
Oh, really?
Or
Yeah,
there.
man.
Oh yeah. I've
Or
seen
like
that.
Delaware or wherever the fuck.
Yeah, well, enough about dead celebrities and Rotten.com. We're going to get into this episode is all about arcades, guys. I don't know if you've been to an arcade before, but it's kind of a dying breed right now. It's coming back in other forms, but at one time, I mean, it was a sensation. You had it went from like being pinball machines to the Pong sensation to Pac-Man to fucking Mario Brothers to Dance Dance Revolution, and it really changed culture. You had a place where teenagers can go, and it was like really their own place, you know? Fucking Disneyland. All the big theme parks had arcades. Disneyland even had arcade chain.
Starcade.
Yeah.
They had their
Disney Quest.
Disney Quest.
Yeah, and then at one point it got real bloated with Dave & Buster's and GameWorks, and you know, and now we're just we're in a desolate world where it's a dream. Oh, we're gonna talk about porno arcades. Where are you going?
No, all I can think about is like, dude, that Zanku fucking garlic sauce.
Yeah,
It's gonna come. Is it
Little
coming back again?
Fucking with me, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
God.
feel like I'm stoned off of fucking garlic sauce.
Oh man.
And I smell like it. I am fucking.
I got a whiff, little behind the scenes thing here. I got a whiff of that garlic. It's very potent
fuck.
at Zanku, and which we talked about in an episode before. Zanku, I don't know, they all killed each other.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah, like
there's a lot of blood in that
Yeah.
garlic
Missing.
in there.
Matt, did you know about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You've never heard
yeah.
about this?
You don't
hang out with enough white girls.
Yeah.
Tell a white girl you're going to Zanku Chicken, and she'll tell you about the Zanku Chicken
Did you know, like,
murders.
the brother, he, like, stabbed him in the heart with the kebab?
Yeah,
and
like it's funny how like white girls love true crime shit.
Oh man,
It's
they
like
love
they're
it.
super into
this is
like
very
murder.
unsettling. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they
they
know
also...
exactly how to kill people.
Oh, yeah. And they also love Dave & Buster's for dates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. We're going to get into it. But before we get to this arcade special, we're going to go to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, a theme park minute with Zack Hillman. Enjoy.
This is Theme Park Minute with Zack Hillman. Have you noticed that Disney tends to use voice actors multiple times throughout their classic animated films? One such actor was Candy Candido, whose low, throaty voice landed him roles in Peter Pan, Robin Hood, and The Black Cauldron. but theme park aficionados may know him best as the voice of the hitchhiking ghost, Gus. Candido later worked on The Great Mouse Detective, voicing a bat named Fidget, but when the character screams, it's not actually Candido's voice. Instead, it's an unused sound effect from, wait for it, the Haunted Mansion. Now, before you go claiming anything supernatural took place, just relax. Candido was the one who suggested that the sound effect be used in place of his voice, and he was inspired by his habit of swapping wives with his brother and occasionally husbands with his sister.
Bet you didn't know that, did you? Well, here I am with me, Rossco Soletrain, Matt the Ratt, and Steve Rodgers.
Right.
Wow.
What's up,
That
everybody?
was great.
Hilarious.
Fuck yeah, Zack, dude.
Yeah, dude.
What a guy.
Man, it's good. Guys, welcome to the show. Again, it's great to be here. I mean, I think the arcade, we grew up at like the end of the prime of the arcade.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, I remember I in my neighborhood, there was like a neighborhood arcade, and it was so badass. It was called the Chino Hills Arcade.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was
very
like
creative name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. and they were coming up like, I don't know. It was nuts because there was like a secret alleyway to get there, and like I remember one time we saw like blood, and we were like, "Oh damn, someone really like."
It was a speakeasy.
Yeah, dude. It felt like
Mean streets of Chino.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It felt
And
like
then it was the 90s Chino, too. So it was
Yeah.
dairy farms.
Yep.
You know, you got to grow up tough when you
Yeah.
smell cow shit around you all the time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, that
Kevin
was my
Cooper.
fucking
No, it was a crazy time, but I remember like it felt like it was a place for kids, you know, and pedophiles. I don't know, but yeah, I just remember Mortal Kombat was one of those games that everyone like flocked to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Definitely.
Do you guys remember when they would come out with Mortal Kombat games?
I remember when the first Mortal Kombat. I remember the first time I saw the Mortal Kombat console at this place called Dodge City. It was like a $2 an hour arcade, and your parents would just like, it was the 80s and 90s, so they would
Yeah.
just drop your ass
Get
off
off.
there with a couple
Yeah.
buddies, and like, just you couldn't get close to that fucking Mortal Kombat machine because all the like older cool kids would just crowd around it, and I remember thinking, wow, that's so fucking cool. And then I remember when it came to Genesis at home, and that was like the one game that my parents were like, nope, you can't have that.
Yeah,
And
it was
yeah.
really blown out of proportion.
Yep.
And
then
then
I
you
asked-
had to like put in the blood code. So
That was
Yeah.
a Super
Yeah.
Nintendo, or was that?
No, it was
on
on this Genesis too. Yeah, because I had it on
Fuck,
Genesis.
dude. I don't think I ever played it without the blood code.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
why
remember-
would you?
Yeah,
what,
for sure.
What like pussy was not playing? I mean, I could never get in an actual street fight, but like I wanted to see blood on my fucking. Did
You
street
punch someone in the face, and I would just see blood squirt out
Yeah.
everywhere.
Fuck
yeah. See, like, Pac-Man, all that stuff was like before our time for sure.
Sure.
But like that was, Pac-Man was always popular.
Well, yeah, they would always. And do you guys remember like going to like some weird ass Italian restaurant in your neighborhood, like some shithole, and there'd be like the fucking tabletop Pac-Man machine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just from like the like
It
the
always
late
felt like
seven-
fancy for some reason.
yeah, because it was a tabletop.
Yeah,
You could
it's just
sit
more
there and-
classy. You're a little kid. Like, I've never played that before.
And I felt like a lot of like random pizza. Well, I feel like every pizza joint had a little arcade there. There'd
Yeah.
be like 6 or
Yeah,
7 machines.
definitely.
Like
Yeah.
all the Pizza Huts would have fucking.
Pizza Hut's like mine, and like where I grew up was Pizza Chalet. We would go. Oh, it's fancy. We go like
Pizza
we go after
Chalet.
we go after Little League, eat some pizza. The dads would drink beer, and
Yeah.
then we just eat pizza and play arcade games.
Yeah, fuck
You
yeah.
know.
Dude, it's funny though because I remember Mortal Kombat was one that everyone went to. Street Fighter,
Yeah.
you'd hear the Hadoukens and shit, and then Simpsons Arcade was like by far.
Man,
Oh,
yes.
dude, that was like
Oh,
that's like the best arcade. I'm gonna say this, man. That's like the best arcade game ever made. Dude.
Well, that and there was that Turtles game that came out.
Turtles
around
in
the same
Time.
Turtles in Time was I don't think I ever played the arcade stand up, but I had it on Super Nintendo. I would
Yeah.
play all the time.
Was
Fucking
the
classic.
was that the was Turtles in Time the same one that was at the arcade, or was that like
Yeah.
Or was it the original? I don't remember being called Turtles in Time.
They
Maybe
had
Manhattan
two.
Project.
Oh yeah,
They had two different Turtles games.
yeah, the original one.
Yeah, the
Those-
original one.
yeah.
Yeah, was still classic.
It was sick.
Yeah.
I love the voiceovers in that game because it sounded like a dude like his underwear eating Cheerios. He'd be
Yeah.
like, whatever, fucking, what's the dome called?
Cowabunga. Oh.
Yeah, like the, whatever.
Oh,
The
the
Technodrome?
Yeah,
Technodrome.
Technodrome,
Yeah.
4 a.m. or whatever. Like, yeah. Prehistoric Stegosaurus. I don't know. I
Yeah.
love those voiceovers.
Did any of you guys actually ever beat any of those games?
No, the only game I ever came close to beating or like just doing well at was
Masturbation.
No, oh, yeah, I think I beat that one. Was that game Off-Road? I think it was called.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yes,
that was like
I
a-
forgot all about that game.
That game was like fucking
Dude.
fun and like
Fuck.
I swear like you could play off of 1/4 for like
Yeah.
a solid hour on that fucking game. It was awesome. You guys ever beat those games?
Whoa, off-road?
No,
Just
no,
like arcade games in
arcade
general.
games.
No,
Yeah, the
I
only
find
arcade games I ever beat were ones that I owned on like
Like
on
a-
Nintendo or
Like
Sega
a port or
Genesis
something.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
some of those, but or
Yeah.
like the games on the console.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the arcade, like who had
It's
the
impossible.
money
It's
to
impossible.
blow?
No,
yeah.
I finally beat the X-Men arcade game like in my 20s on Xbox with my friend. And like when we were at the last level beating Magneto, it was just like I would have spent $50
Yeah.
trying to beat this goddamn game. Like this is fucking impossible. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, like
these
so-
developers are assholes.
I know,
Like,
dude. Yeah, it was like a trap. It was like those shitty like you know, fucking gambling games on your phone.
Yeah.
With use
Oh,
like fake
God.
real tokens.
Yeah.
Real money to pay for fake tokens to
Yeah.
continue. That fucking horseshit. It's the same thing. Like House of the Dead, which is a
Oh,
terrible
God,
movie as
yeah.
well. But the game, like, you can't go through that. You just die. It's in the game to die.
Yeah.
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 Like you,
It's you know how mad I got in my when I was 30, like I think I was like 31 when I finally saw this article that said like game developers like would make games hard like impossible
yeah.
to beat, so people would keep renting them.
Yep.
And I'm like, I just thought I sucked as a kid.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
no,
totally.
you guys just broke me.
Yeah.
You know, fucking Lion King. Like goddamn it, I
Dude,
just
and
want
it's-
to beat the
dude,
game.
I know, and it sucked because then like you didn't have the internet or like
Yeah,
as
any
like
guides.
sophisticated internet if there was like to tell you like, hey, this game sucks balls.
Yeah.
So you'd rent a
Right.
game and it would be like your whole weekend, like your fucking school's over, I can actually fucking play a game. And
Yeah.
yet sometimes it would be horseshit. Like, you know, like
I can't get past level 3.
yeah, McDonald's or whatever game, like
Yeah.
that Ronald
Oh,
McDonald
God.
game that was like extremely. I mean,
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles 1.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
on the arcade one or
Just the is there an arcade?
there's an arcade one and they had a
one.
they had a regular Nintendo
The
one.
regular
The
Nintendo one.
first
is
Nintendo one was
torture.
such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I hated that game. Have you guys ever beat any video games?
From those generation, no.
Yeah, from back then.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like once you get like the guides and everything, like that was the only way I was able to beat them. Like I
Right.
had to like read and study it and memorize it, and then play the game.
No, Streets of Rage.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that game was
on the
awesome.
Sega. Yeah, I was able to beat those as a kid. Like those were fun. They actually made it like tough but beatable as a child.
Right.
You know, but like I said, like Lion King or Aladdin.
Aladdin. And that game was so fucking cool looking.
Yeah.
Do you guys
It's
think?
so
It's
tough.
so hard for no reason.
Yeah, I know, dude. Do you think there's any pedophile that got like really good at the games just to hang out at the arcade?
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely.
man, I kind of like kids, but I also like this fucking tech.
Like,
Tekken,
bro,
dude.
I'll show you how to play.
pedophiles in the 80s and 90s were probably killing it.
I know, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Latchkey kids, arcade games, arcades where they could just go like it's gross, but like
Yeah,
bro.
they're like, hey, did you see Chester, dude? He fucking killed Tekken, dude.
Yeah.
He like,
I don't have any kids, but the thought of just like leaving a kid, like go to that arcade by
Dude,
yourself
yeah,
with grown people
have fun.
for a couple hours. I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave you alone. No cell phone, no way to get into contact with you.
dude, we did
Fuck
that.
no.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did that all the time. I remember going to Vegas and we'd go to like, it was New York had like an arcade.
Oh yeah, all
We'd
Vegas
go.
hotels used to have big arcades.
Yeah, dude, that's so nuts, man. There's
Reno
defi-
was like that too.
Oh,
Reno
yeah.
was even seedier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, like because was growing up in the Bay Area, I was closer to Tahoe and Reno than I was to Vegas.
Yeah.
So that's where we would go if my parents wanted to like fucking gamble and
Yeah.
let loose
Party,
at a
dude.
casino. And yeah, I remember like the fucking like Circus, like even back in the day, like Reno was still kind of like dilapidated. I have
Yeah.
no idea what it looks like now, but I'm sure it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
The arcades were cool though. I
Yeah,
mean,
see, that's
fuck.
the thing. Like my grandmother used to do like day trips to Vegas all the time, and she would like take us, but she would always like gamble at like the Stardust, which isn't there anymore. But I remember like she'd be gambling at the slots. Like we'd leave early, 5 a.m, get out there. She'd be at the Stardust at the slots. She would just hand us a bunch of tokens.
Yeah.
Like go to the arcade. We'd
Yep.
play in the arcade all day. Run out of money. Run back to her. She won some. Just keep handing
Yeah.
it to us. Then we hit a buffet and like drive home. And we did that a lot. So playing in the arcades like back in the day, like it's sad like when I go to Vegas now and I'm like, man, I remember like the Luxor, I remember this used to be the arcade. And like some hotels are still there. I'm like, oh fuck, that was the arcade too. And it's like a restaurant now. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, an arcade was like a big thing to have. I mean, it was almost a necessity. Like in like
Yeah.
the definitely like the late 90s. I mean, like I was saying,
Hotels would have them.
Yeah, all hotels. You could like. Do you remember we were staying in Fresno, where I used to live, and we were like visiting? We would go back and visit in this place, the Piccadilly Inn. It's actually in Clovis, the Piccadilly Inn. It's a lovely joint. I think I came for the first time there. No, but there was a Rampage fucking cabinet there, dude. I don't know, man. I think Rampage actually got me excited and ready to masturbate because of all the hand motion you do with that shit. Just yeah. But
Or you got a thing for lizards, maybe.
Maybe that's it. Or apes, or what's the other one in there? Godzilla, lizards.
There was a
I think it was
lizard,
like a mouse or something, or like a rat or something like
or
that.
like maybe
My brother's huge ball sack.
and it crushing the film. I don't know.
or your tweaker uncle.
Or my tweaker uncle. I don't know. Rampage.
Kid Rock was in it.
Yeah. My uncle. He's got a lot of stories, guys. Actually, this sounds like something that he would tell me, but I don't know if you guys have heard about this. But there was an arcade game, and there's like a big rumor about it for a long time called it's Polybus, and it was supposedly like it would fuck kids up. It was only it's like this big folklore in like the gaming community.
Oh, that it would like kill kids or something?
Yeah. And it's so badass. Like I don't know why there isn't 30 horror movies. I guess there's a bunch of documentaries and stuff on it.
Yeah.
I know Angry Video Game Nerd did a video on it where he actually like finds a cabinet.
Yeah.
But like for a long time it was just like folklore and rumor, and apparently like there's kind of like in the late 90s, someone wrote about it and said like, oh, this game caused kids to get like sick. It was almost describing like it was like a virus when you played the game and shit.
Yeah.
It sounded like a weird, just like bullshit. But I think there's other stories that happened during that time and people got wires crossed because I guess some kid got sick at an arcade, but he already had some stomach issue.
Right.
He's playing like Tetris or something.
People would draw their own.
Yeah, because
food.
you saying this right now, I'm like, this sounds like Christian propaganda.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
They're playing the
it's
game.
evil. Don't let your kids play them arcade games.
But what a badass horror movie premise that should have been done like 10 times over, right?
It's funny. I'm surprised they haven't done it, but I'm sure that somebody's done it somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Well, there was that.
Scripts written for
Wasn't
sure.
there that one?
There's an NDA on it.
Yeah, for somewhere. There was that one movie, that Stephen King movie back in the day that was Brain Scan, but I think that was more about like that was about. Do you guys remember this movie?
No. Well, what about scanners where their heads explode like a like the cassette
they
scared the
lose.
fuck out of me. Yeah.
I think
but
Brain Scan I think was more of like about like VR and like VR infecting your brain and shit. Yeah. I thought it was a really cool movie when I was in junior high. I don't think it was that cool, and it probably holds up like dog shit now. Actually, you know it's funny because now I want to see it again.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about like old movies I used to love as a kid and like seeing them as an adult and how dog shit they are.
Yeah, man.
It's my favorite thing to do. Just like, God, kids are stupid.
Dude,
But
for
you still
real.
love it, though.
Yeah,
You
no,
still
yeah.
love it, though.
I know, dude. I think if you see it at a certain age, it kind of gets like a pass, like a nostalgic pass. Like I'm sure there's someone out there that's like cries and watch Howard the Duck. You know?
Oh my god! You know what though? Like Howard the Duck is one of those movies. So specifically with Howard the Duck, I remember it was always on HBO. It was like a free preview on HBO, always in the 80s and 90s. And then I found out that a lot of it was filmed in my hometown.
Oh, really?
So like it always had like a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
And no one told me it was a shitty movie growing up. So I just watched it over and over and over again. I fucking loved it.
Just duck titties.
Like
in
I
that
used
movie.
to love watching. No, because same thing. It was always on HBO.
Yeah.
So I used to watch it. I can't tell you anything about that movie,
Yeah,
but I would
it's
watch
so
it all the
bizarre.
time as a kid. I know nothing about
Dude,
it.
well, it's so funny. We're just we're talking about technology and stuff. Also, like the all those old movies where they would depict technology in them.
Yeah.
And I remember I was talking to you about it, Matt, about the like all those 80s movies, like Weird Science. They could literally just 3D print like a woman.
Yeah.
Or like Tron. He fucking goes into the computer.
Yeah.
Like I know that there is some like IT guy that's like. He's got like like maybe Doc Brown hair and like some electricity in it. Like there's definitely some
Slipping on toilets and
badass fucking incel dude that like knows how to go into a fucking computer game.
Yeah.
I want to find him and go in there, dude, for my birthday, dude. Seriously, take me to a video game, dude, please.
So going back to video games, like let's all talk. There's always like one weird ass game or like a machine that we all had at a at an arcade that we had.
Yeah.
Do you guys? What was like some of your like the weirdest ones that you remember?
The weirdest one that I remember that I used to play all the time was, I think it was called Revolution X, the Aerosmith fucking
wow.
video game. Yeah, it was an Aerosmith like a shooter, and you
Weird.
like.
You shoot heroin like.
And you have to say, you shot CDs. Like,
Oh, whoa! Like that.
And
What the fuck?
yeah, that was like the special. You would shoot you would shoot people, and then you could push the button on the side, and it would shoot CDs that were like the power, shot. And you had to like save Aerosmith. It was one of my favorites, but it was like a giant piece of shit.
That sounds amazing.
What about you, Matt?
No, I can't. Honestly, I don't have any weird ones that like stick out to my mind right now. I mean, probably the hardest one I've played was definitely that Star Wars Jedi one where it was like the joystick.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
It was like.
Yeah.
You had to push up and to go down, and then pull it back to be up and everything.
Yeah,
like it
it
was
was all
fucking all
inverted.
confusing controls and everything.
Yeah, I feel like the people that make arcade games like don't know how to design arcade games. Like they literally, it's just like random. Like I remember the Jurassic Park arcade games?
Oh, yeah, when you
Those
sat
are badass.
in, that would, yeah, move around.
But
Yeah.
they were like, whoa, like they're really going all out. You can actually sit down in an arcade game. I mean, they had those race ones like
Well,
off
the pod.
road.
Well, and then there was like the Pod Racer game.
Oh,
Pod
yeah.
Racer, freaking, that thing was fucking dope.
Dude, we were talking about this earlier, but there was always an older kid that like knew like more about the game. Like, and there was this guy named Corey that we thought was like the most fucking badass dude. I remember
He sounds like somebody that would be in an arcade.
yeah. He had like the like fucking all those dudes in the '90s hair where it's like parted with the long,
Oh, the
yeah,
Devin
like,
Sawa.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Devin
shit,
Sawa.
dude,
And he
yeah.
like
Part in the
fucking
middle.
he like killed it on Mortal Kombat, right? And when we would watch him like in awe, I'd be like, oh man, he knows what's up. And I remember we thought he was the coolest guy, and he'd hang out with us. And I'm like, yeah, he was like 25, and we were like 8 years
my
old.
Yeah.
God.
And it was. But I remember he got my dad to buy us the Offspring Smash album.
Sick.
And it
Oh,
was so
nice.
funny because my dad was looking through the lyrics, and he was like, "Oh, Susan." He's like, yeah, got a gun to my head. I'll tell you the same, or whatever. Like, and it was so funny because they ended up buying us the album. And that kind of opened up a whole Pandora's box or whatever. But it was hilarious because my dad was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this saying here?" But I literally probably heard him call someone a fucking dildo that day. Like, yeah, my dad is a big gamer, but he plays Battlefield 1942, and he plays like these kids, in like Idaho or Montana. But he lets it out, dude. He'll be like, "That cheating motherfucker shot me, god damn it!" But he puts together like curse words I've never heard put together before. Like he'll be like, "Jesus, tap dancing Christ," which like paints like a fucking beautiful picture. Like you can just imagine Jesus like tap dancing, but like I don't know. But yeah, it's always like some kid will be like, "Susan, this fucking sniper in the tree." But yeah, it's some kid in Montana, probably like
some 8-year-old.
yeah. Yeah, and my dad's losing his shit.
Does he play a lot?
Oh yeah.
Like hours a day?
His behavior is determined on how the game is going.
No
Oh,
fucking
man.
way.
And the
dude.
thing is he's in his 60s, and here's like these kids that know how to cheat like forever. So my dad's probably gonna be perpetually angry until the end. But like, it's so amazing though. Be like he like puts actual logic into it. Be like, "Susan, there was a helicopter. It's this fucking close, and I shot the guy. It should go down." Like it's amazing. But yeah, but he would get pissed off at the bowling alley because there was an arcade at that bowling alley where that Corey guy was.
Yeah.
And I remember Corey was probably like unemployed and like had a really sad life, but like we were like, "Fuck yeah, he knows Mortal Kombat,"
Yeah.
But like we were in there.
I wish I could be Corey when I get older.
Yeah,
hang out at an arcade all day, hang out with 8-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, it is
sounds like
kinda-
the life.
I know.
It's so cool.
It was funny because my dad though would lose his shit at the bowling alley then too. Because I remember I'd go up there and be like, "Motherfucker!" and like punch the ball return thing.
Dude, I'll never
Yeah.
forget. It's funny that you brought up the bowling alley and arcades. I'll never forget. As a kid, I was at the claw machine.
Yeah.
And I won something. And my best friend George, he's like an expert at claw machines. Like he can look at a claw machine and be like, "Yeah, nothing's gonna come out of that thing," or he can be like, "I'll get this whole thing cleared out." So he's like a weird like claw machine dude.
Yeah.
And so I won something off the claw machine, and because George was an expert, I thought, dude, I got this. First try, I got something, I'm gonna fucking kill it. So this woman comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I saw you win something out of the claw machine." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I this machine's a good one. And she's like, "Oh, can you get my daughter something out of there?" And I was like, yeah, I'll do my best. And this lady kept pumping money into the machine, and I couldn't get anything.
Oh
And she was so fucking disappointed. I remember feeling awful. It's funny how I still kind of feel guilty.
Yeah.
To this day about that shit.
Well, those are, dude. Speaking of scams, those are like a total. I mean, dude, the claw
Yeah,
machines.
the claw machines.
Man,
are
I've seen
big
fucking
scams.
rigged.
George would clear those fucking things.
So what? He had it down like.
He knew he would go on the side of it.
I was gonna say, did
Yeah.
you go around to the side? And,
Yeah,
like,
he
peek
would,
at it
and then he could
everything?
tell within one play, he knew if the claw was going to pick up something or not, and he'd be like, "Nah, this is fucking bullshit." It was crazy. We were at this place in Michigan, or we were at a laundromat in Michigan, and he cleared out a claw machine there.
It's so fascinating to me, like when people have like specific skills on something, like so like
random.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just they're so like I want to meet this guy now because you're just to get his claw machine knowledge.
It was fucking.
Yeah.
I
It
haven't
was
touched
it was,
a claw machine in years.
Dude, it was.
but now I
fucking
want
awesome.
to.
Just watching him do it was just
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, dude. He just had a stack of fucking shit stuffed animals. It was awesome.
Just go pass them out the kids, run bowling.
Yeah, I don't even know what he fucking
Yeah.
did with them, but it was there was so many and they were all dog shit, and it was just they were there.
Yeah.
There was one machine I remember at a few arcades, and it was like this dome, and it was a video game that was holograms. Do you guys remember this thing?
No.
And it was there was
There's a Tupac hologram.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a Western guy, and he was traveling through time,
Oh, I think I remember.
and it was a holographic video game.
No.
We're going back to
Those
Custer's
no bells
Revenge.
at all.
It was kind of it was all you would press a button and that would he would shoot somebody or miss them. It was all kind of predetermined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it was fucking magic because it was holographic.
Yeah.
And there was a couple little shapes in the back.
The ones that I remember that were dome shaped were where it was just the ring of lights around it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'd start it off and it'd just go all the way around. And if you just hit one of the prize ones, then you got something that was
Yep.
in the middle.
Yeah.
There was always cool shit too, like
Dude.
portable TVs and or little remember those little battery powered helicopters?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That you would get and shit.
Dude.
It's just teaching kids how to gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah.
get them
Essentially.
addicted early.
I love the. I remember those the ones with the Flintstone eggs, and it was
Oh, yeah.
Dino
Oh,
was in
yeah.
the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny because when we were talking about the another arcade, oh my God, what is that place called? We were talking about it the last episode. That place in Redondo. Oh, the Redondo Beach Fun Factory. You guys ever been there?
Oh yeah.
This place is it's now shut down. I guess Redondo ripped it down. It was an old 1970s arcade.
Oh,
but it was an arcade. It also had a tilt-a-whirl in there, and
Oh no, yeah, I've been there. I think it's still there.
nope, it's gone.
No, it's gone?
Yeah, I think it closed in 2019.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
I think
might
I
have
was there in
stayed-
2018 or something.
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
you hit the last bit of it, but
Yeah.
what a fucking weird remnant of the 70s. It still felt like the 70s in there.
Yeah, when you walked in, it's like you stepped back in time. Like,
Yes.
everything was all retro.
Yep.
It looked like shit.
Wait, so did
It
they
looked
have
like shit.
It looked like
did,
shit.
Yeah.
Did they have the old retro arcade games, like some
They had it all.
Asteroid
Yeah.
and
They-
Pong?
Well, you know what was funny is they had these giant ones of asteroids and Pong.
Yeah.
There was these. Well, they had an old Pong machine there. I think it was broken when I was there, but they had. Did you see those big asteroid machine?
Yeah, it kind of looked like an oversized.
Yes, it was.
version of
Yeah,
it.
monster one. But they had that Flintstones egg. I actually I shot a YouTube video there, and I got something out of that Flintstones egg.
Oh hell yeah.
Because I remember seeing it and being like, oh my God, I remember this being at Dodge City, which was the arcade that I used to go to as a kid, where I saw Mortal Kombat for the first time. And then there was a place called Scandia up north, too.
Oh no, we had
Yeah.
Scandias.
Yeah.
now.
Oh, they have
I wonder
Scandia
if
down
that's
here
the
too?
same Scandia. Yeah.
Where they
It
have
was like
like-
the little theme park.
Yeah, the
You had
castle, and the
arcade.
mini golf and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always had cool arcades.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Scandia is definitely a place where someone has been stabbed to death for sure.
Oh, now, yeah, they're
yeah,
sketchy.
yeah.
as hell. Like,
Yeah, that roller coaster I went on. This was in Ontario, Scandia. I literally felt like I was gonna fucking die, dude. It was so.
Oh, this is
rickety.
recent when you went there?
Yeah, I went maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Awesome. They have a
Yeah.
fucking roller coaster there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, little tiny.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
It's roller coasters, and then a lot of them would have that dragon or the boat ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it would just
Oh,
rock
dude,
back
Go
and forth.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Throw up inducer. I love that too at Knott's. That one, fuck yeah, dude. You just feel it in your balls, you know.
Yeah.
It's good, dude. I guess so we were talking about the theme park arcades. Like Disneyland has the Starcade, which at one time had the Tron like cabinet, and then Electronica. I don't know if you guys remember that.
No.
I remember
Dude,
Electronica.
yeah.
Oh, is that like
rad.
when the Nextron? Or?
Yeah, the Tron, Tron
Legacy.
after next, or
Yeah.
Tron.
They had
Chris
the big dance
Tucker.
party.
Yeah.
That dance party looked like it was the fucking shit.
Oh yeah, dude, they had those
Yeah.
like colored drinks where
Yeah.
like it looked like
Just
I
the
don't know.
whole stage setup.
I got fucked up there one time when that was going on. Oh man, that was the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's like a Disney version of a rave.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's definitely like Goofy like doing lines, you know, he, like
Ketamine in the fucking
Yeah.
Donald Duck is on Molly and shit.
Yeah, no, it's not Molly. It's Minnie. He's doing minis. Yeah, you got to keep it Disney.
I know, but like Electronica, they had a Flynn arcade from Tron, like a replica, and they had the Tron cabinet. It was pretty dope, and I don't know, it was cool. Wreck-It Ralph, when that came out, they had it at the Starcade, and they had like Ralph there. It was really cool, but the arcades definitely, like, it still exists. It's still at Disneyland, but it's super. I mean, they probably have Polybus there or whatever. Like, it's probably just a fucking ghetto like Flintstone machine thing. Like what arcade games do they have there? I wonder.
Chiller. They got Chiller in the back.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking rad. You guys know about Chiller?
No.
It's like a super bloody. Do you know about Chiller?
I think, is that like a?
It's a shooter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you guys get
Sounds
bored,
familiar.
just look up Chiller on
Yeah.
YouTube. It's like a super fucking gory, bloody ass video game. It's like 80s, but it's like gnarly. It's a
like
horror
Bub
video
Machine
game.
Boys.
Oh,
bloody.
really?
Yeah, it is, dude. Yeah. I think the Bum Machine Boys are the fucking bosses at the end of the game.
Dude, so I was curious about it because it peaked with Butt Machine Boys.
no.
Speaking of arcade games, Butt Machine Boys are coming to town. You can pick up your cabinet. There's like, you know, there was the Dave and Buster's and like GameWorks. So it was like, that was the peak of arcades to me. Like the bloated, like,
Yeah.
dude, because they're
They're
like,
definitely game changers at that point.
Yeah.
like they redefined the arcade for.
And the
sure.
Dave
Yeah.
and Buster's that's in Ontario is it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the biggest arcade I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, totally. It's nuts, dude. Yeah, people go there and it goes off. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of people that were conceived at
Oh,
that
I'm
Dave and
sure.
Buster's. I mean, people, yeah, there's
a lot of
it's
happy accidents.
yeah, yeah. They got really turned on after feeding Big Bertha, you know.
I went to
the Big Bertha machine.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, all the feeders, dude.
wait.
get
There's a Big
boners.
Bertha machine there?
Yeah, remember the Big Bertha, the fat bitch that you throw the balls in her mouth?
No.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
I know.
Those things are
I don't mean to be weightist, but it's hilarious that you feed like that's
big
a
fat
game,
woman.
dude. Like I'm not dreaming that, right? There's a game where you feed because you know that it's a thing, feeders.
Yeah,
right?
feeders, yeah.
Where they want to feed women to get like the Tammy and Mammy from TLC, my favorite show, 5,000 Pound Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Tammy. Yeah, I love it. Like man, it's a fascinating
It was
show.
literally a game of them. Like,
Yeah. And you just feed them with balls.
So that's the thing. It's like dudes that like want to like.
Oh,
feed-
bro, it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they just like pay women to eat.
Yeah.
Like, and they just, yeah.
You know, I could see that because like let's just be real here. I have done some shit to willing people and caused misery on dumb fucking souls growing up, where I've like fed people insane. I mean, this is fucked up, dude.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, I've like, dude, I like
Allegedly.
So
Allegedly.
when you're in like bands growing up, there's always like these guys that are around. Like we grew up like watching like fucking Pantera VHSs and like the whole like culture of like wild zany bands, and like there was all these like kids that were like, these guys are gonna be rock stars one day, and I want to be their roadie, so I'm gonna hang out and do whatever they want me to do.
With the
Yeah.
Jackson
Oh my
5.
God.
So like, you know, I never like, I stopped drinking beer. I stopped drinking right around 21, 22.
Yeah.
And I would just like get stoned, eat food, and smoke cigarettes. And just, if people wanted to act stupid, I was like, hey, you know what? I'll be the guy to fucking point you in that direction.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be the guy that would like, oh, it's like, there's multivitamins at this fucking party? Okay, cool. I'm going to chop this up real rocky and then hand somebody a straw. You know, and just
Yeah.
like,
You care about their health.
I mean, yeah.
You know?
I
I see you
remember
guys
oh my
drinking and
God.
doing drugs. I just want to make sure you have your vitamins.
Dude,
You're
I-
being a great
You were,
host.
dude. Hey, dude, don't feel bad, man.
Yeah.
This fucking kid Jimmy, I remember, like, the Jimmy's the fucking best guy. He's like stand-up guy, dad. Like, he's great.
Yeah,
Like,
Jimmy.
he's a homeowner. You know, he's
Yeah.
a responsible person. Wife's a smoke show, the whole nine. But I fucking chop up this multivitamin at this party, hand Jimmy a straw. He comes over and just horfs it right down and looks at me and goes, he's like, the trip's real weird, and like walked off. I'm like, oh boy.
Dude, I wouldn't feel guilty about that. One of my best
That
friends.
wasn't even the worst, dude.
Really?
No, dude. I used to do really fucked up shit. Like, so there was somebody brought a beer bong, and we knew this guy who was like an alcohol distributor, and they would give him tons of like gratis to give to other people, and he would just cruise in and just drop off all this weird booze to our music studio. Fuck yeah, guys, party through, or here's a keg or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like I was a fucking shithead, and like somebody had a gallon, like I don't know if it was a gallon or a half gallon of Jack. So somebody poured a bunch of beer in this beer bottle, or in this fucking beer bong, and I came over and I grabbed the fucking half gallon of Jack, cracked the fucking flame arrestor or the pour spout, and just glug 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 glug, and watched my buddy fucking rip it right down. And then there was other times where there would be random shit at the studio, like hot dogs, like uncooked hot dogs, and be like, hey, I don't want to say the guy's name.
Kobayashi.
Eat all these fucking raw hot dogs, and then take down this beer bong of whatever we found lying around. And he would, and just barf it all out. I was terrible, but it was a good time.
That's good, man. I know. I didn't know
I mean, it's not as bad as you make it seem,
Dude,
but
it was like
raw hot dogs.
Right?
Nobody died.
To the hospital.
Nobody went to the
You
hospital.
were giving him vitamins, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, Jimmy got the vitamins. Yeah, but that one guy, the bigger guy. I mean, this guy was like, he was like 6'7", 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And would make a clown of himself for whatever.
It's like
And,
me. I'm just kidding.
dude, it was bad, man. And like, yeah, he was always. We used to do this thing where we would make. I'm gonna say his last name just because it's in the title. We would go around. We'd go to house parties, and we would go in the fridge, and whatever weird shit was in the fridge, we would mix it all together with a couple shots of booze and always a habanero pepper, whatever the spiciest pepper we could, and we would call it Molar Chum. And because
This just sounds like a middle school lunch table.
Yeah.
it was
Like everyone just
and
mixing everything together. Like,
oh
eat it.
yeah, so we would make Molar Chum, and it was like normally it was like whatever if there was like a ranch bottle in somebody's fridge with like a little bit of ranch, that would be the starter, and then it would just kind of add on from there. It was like, oh cool, moldy olive juice, like whatever was in there, and this fucking poor kid would just fucking slug it down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fun. I mean, I had a friend that, just so you feel better, I had a friend that would hang out with, he was also portly, but he loved to hang out with fat kids to laugh. And like one time we ended up seeing him. It was like a weird it was a weird experiment. Because I remember one time, like, I saw him and he was hanging out with like the heavyweights like crew or whatever. And like, I remember he like wasn't even talking to them. He was just like observing them eat. And then the next time I saw him, he was like wrestling one of them. Like something happened where they're like, you know, their space was invaded, you know, and like they just like, fuck you. It was amazing. And I saw him like he bit the guy or something. It was pretty crazy. But that guy also he put hot peppers or chili peppers in this kid with Down syndrome's burger. So don't feel bad. But my friend was in second grade, so and he was you know, but and my friend went on to be he's actually the mayor of Long Beach. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, don't feel bad, man. There's other people that have subjected people to things.
I
know it's fun. It's all fun, you know.
I mean,
Jimmy Moeller may be dead now, but
Jimmy's still alive. Moeller is alive. Yeah, I actually lived with that guy for a while too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was bad. It was real fucking bad, dude.
How often would he do this?
A lot. Like it wasn't like all like. I would say probably before he finally was like, "Fuck that, guys." Like it was probably like 15.
They're not laughing with me; they're laughing at me.
And then there was this other guy named Robert who we called my buddy. My buddy called him Raw Burger because he kind of had like a speech impediment.
Hey guys, Raw Burger here. You got any diarrhea burritos for me to eat? Come on, let's do it.
Robert. Fucking Robert, dude. There was this keg that was sitting out in front of our fucking band studio for months, and like we would feed this kid he would. Oh my god, dude. Robert would just drink whatever was around. It was fucked up. I don't know if he's still alive.
I hope so, Robert.
Probably they're like roaches. Those kind of people never died.
No, dude.
I remember saying something like to him one day. He like took the biggest beer bong I've ever seen anybody take in my life, and it was all non-alcoholic.
Oh, well, he cheated then.
This fucking guy, dude. And then we were just like, dude, that was non-alcoholic. And then he just like put a finger down his throat and just hacked it up right there. Dude, there's just like some of the shit that we used to do to people. Oh my god, it was terrible. I said, oh god, dude, this is like a confession. There was another time where I told this. Oh god, I don't even know if I want to fuck. Anyway, so there's this party going on. There was this asshole kid who kept asking everybody for drugs. Can I get some cocaine? Can I get some beer? Can I get some cigarettes? Can I get some weed? Can I get whatever? Just like up in everybody's fucking grill. And so I would just like throw an idea out there. I'm like, you know what? Somebody should just piss in a beer bottle and fucking feed it to this kid. You know? And like I look over and my buddy Max is just like, and just dips out. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then Max comes back. He's like, hey man, got a beer for you? And this kid just what? Just slugs it.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't think it's the worst thing that guy's probably consumed. You know?
No, even that night it just got
Have
worse.
you seen Waterworld, dude? I think it's good for you, right? Like, can't you live off it or something?
Yeah,
like, what did I had a joke that I knew it would probably not resonate with anybody, but it was like, I learned how to live off Waterworld because it shows Kevin Costner drink his piss
in the first scene, right?
In the first 5 seconds of the movie.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it starts with him pissing into a bottle.
I wonder if that was like the pitch of the whole movie. They're like, all right, here we go, guys. We're gonna, first scene, Kevin Costner, right? They're like, yeah,
dude. Speaking of disasters, you know that was Virtual Boy, the failed like Nintendo system.
Oh yeah,
that like blinded kids. It was all red.
I remember that.
Yeah. So and super uncomfortable. Like yeah,
you had to like get your fucking whole body. You had to set it up on a table and then fucking position your whole body in there. Oh yeah.
Wait, didn't they have the one where it was like a headset that you could wear and had a little like red thing?
Oh, that was something different.
Oh, okay.
But the fucking Virtual Boy, it was literally on a fucking stand, and you had to like maneuver your fucking head into the stand.
You have to like duct tape your like head till the like.
That thing was fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah. And, well, one of the launch titles was Waterworld, the game, or the movie, the game.
Yeah,
should be
which
a 4D,
is amazing.
bro.
Oh, man.
Fucking Kevin Costner.
This should be Waterworld, the movie, the game, the podcast.
Dude, why not, man?
The album, you know.
You know what? I've heard Kevin Costner's available, right? Well, no, he's actually doing good right now, isn't he? He's on that.
He's gonna have a show like an Apple.
It's like
he's on Apple Plus. Bulgaria.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
people
Yellowstone.
seem to really like that one.
Yeah, everyone's dad and Brea loves Yellowstone. Have you got? Breaking Bad is pretty cool, but have you seen Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those shows. Yeah, maybe it is life changing. I have no idea.
I'm sure it's. Fantastic.
The Wire, all that, Sopranos, that's okay, but Yellowstone.
A little too much color for them. Right?
Yeah, they wear a cowboy hat. And stuff happens. He gets down to business in Yellowstone.
He must be like in his late 70s now.
Oh,
he can't be kicking too much ass.
Kevin Costner. Yeah, he's probably like pushing 70.
Yeah,
he's still probably getting ass.
He was still like in like 40s, 50s, like in the 90s. Like,
yeah, probably 70.
So.
Yeah,
man, dude, I feel like I was just like crying.
Dude, well, so I was curious about this. I was thinking about it, and arcades. They dipped for a minute there, but there's been a resurgence lately of like hipster bars.
Yeah.
And that's like a thing now is like arcade bars.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to any of those?
Oh,
there's Nickel in Fullerton or some shit, but there's a bunch in LA. I know
Yeah,
that.
I think Button Mash might have died. I don't know if Button Mash is still open after the pandemic. But like Button Mash, 82, like downtown. Yeah, they're fun, man. I like them because you can play the arcade games, you can drink, and there's no kids around.
Yeah.
So it's nice. That's one thing I don't like about Dave and Buster's is the kids are supposed to be there.
Sure.
Yeah,
But when you're hanging out and you're drinking and you're playing Mario Kart next to a 9-year-old, it doesn't look real good.
Hammered too.
No, it doesn't look real good when you tell them "fuck you" when he hits you with the red shell.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to.
Trying to buy a bag of Coke off some weird Asian guy. He's like, oh, fuck.
He's over there on initial D, like, come on, bro. Like,
And they got Timmy right next to you. Yeah, you don't want to, accidentally feed him peppers, or whatever. No, but yeah, I mean, this episode's been good, man. We got a lot of stuff off our chest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like I did.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like when I said fat bitch, I was referring to the context of the game. It was a very misogynist time in the '90s, but it's a beautiful thing that you're feeding Bertha. Okay, she needs to just fucking get so many balls, she explodes. Is that how it ends? What happens? And she goes and just like
when you were talking about that, I thought it was something else. When I was a kid, there was this old arcade. It was like all the machines were from like the 30s.
Yeah.
And there was this giant, I want to say it was like the Laughing Bertha or something. And it was like you put a nickel or whatever in there, and this giant animatronic would just start laughing. And it was this heavy set woman. What the fuck? It's fucking weird. And it's called now. It used to be like right on this little cliffside underneath this. It was, I can't remember the name of it, but like it was in San Francisco. But they moved it to like next to the piers, like near Pier 39 and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's this place called it's like Musée Mécanique or something. And these fucking
it's like antique arcades.
Yeah. And like it's fucking cool. And all the people that maintain these machines, like you can tell these people are like fucking weird arcade nerds. Yeah. Like old school people. But it's pretty fucking awesome. And all those machines are in working order. But that was like one of my favorite arcades growing up.
That sounds rad, though. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, do you guys have Mario Brothers? And they're like, oh,
well, we got Bertha.
We've got
enjoy your nightmares.
We've got the Jazz Singer arcade game.
You know what, man? That's
I'm sure some arcade games are probably questionable now. Like, we've got Engine Killer, or they've got what's that fucking game what's that movie with the KKK as the heroes?
It's
D.W. Griffith. It was like the first blockbuster.
The Birth of a Nation.
The Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. Yeah.
I thought you were saying a game. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know.
Are you talking about?
Birth of a Nation.
I feel uncomfortable.
Like,
why am I here?
I know. You guys know the game we grew up with?
The game we all played with the KKK won.
Fucking
the fuck?
You guys know race cleansing? You guys played, dude? I think it was on my dad on a PC. You guys played it, right?
I felt
like a racist Mario Brothers.
We all had it in the neighborhood. What?
I found like.
Did you guys get the KKK suit from Mario, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dude, they had the fucking. It was great, man. They had the fucking cone. It was great.
Oh man, I got a burnt cross.
Yeah. You just throw burnt crosses at people instead of the fireballs.
You collect all the stars of David, so you get out.
Dude, it's funny. You actually mentioned like racist Mario Brothers. My friend has an emulator where it is racist Mario. He's a fucking Nazi.
Way, dude. Oh my god.
See, that's exactly what I was joking about. And of course, it exists. I know. Oh my god.
Some fucking troll.
Yeah. I was saying, because of course those arcades, there definitely was probably like a questionable.
I'm sure there was something somewhere.
Yeah. They're like,
oh, definitely.
Yeah, but it would be cool to check. I mean, the 1930s.
That place is pretty fucking cool, man.
That's crazy, man. Well, I just read, I don't know if you guys remember this, but like right before the pandemic, they had announced like some new hotels in Vegas. And one of the big ones that is coming, it's going to be like a big ass hotel for some reason, but it's like an Atari hotel. And it's like going to be huge. Dope. And it's like all about retro gaming and like retro gaming, arcades, art galleries, speakeasy, and more. Arteri. I think Rob Burger has possessed me. Hey, Atari's building a hotel in Las Vegas, and it will be a luxe arcade haven for the 80s kids. But it looks all sleek and sexy, and people are saying it's supposed to take over like the Rio. Because doesn't that kind of look like the Rio building? Like sort of? I don't know, dude. I don't know. That could be.
It might be. Wait, what the? It might be near the Rio.
Yeah. I did hear something about like that the Rio was going under.
No, because that's a Stratosphere back there.
Okay,
so
that's not. It's gonna take over Pawn
Stars. It's gonna be a new one.
Yeah, it looks like they might put it in like old Vegas.
Yeah, Chumley's gonna store automatic weapons in there. Like, didn't he get busted for that?
Meth or something? Was it like? I think he was having a party. And when they raided his house, there was like all kinds of fucking meth and guns.
Yeah, it's like a
So you're telling me as someone who owns a pawn shop isn't on the up and up?
Yeah, I can totally see
Pawn shop in Vegas,
I can
meth. I'm shocked.
I know, I can totally see that stupid, the fucking racist Mario game coming in there. Well, we're gonna bring our expert in on this.
It's the Butt Boys, the Butt Machine Boys.
Yeah, the Butt Machine
We're gonna bring our experts.
yeah, he comes in, he's all walking with a limp.
Yeah.
All the
Steve
Butt
Austin.
Machines. Yeah. No, it's like, well, yeah, fuck, I don't know. The fucking Papa John Brothers is a big game. No, I don't know. There probably is some weird kid in Alabama that grew up with like, I love gaming, man. I love asteroids. Like, you know, where you like shoot the stars of David?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's like, yeah. Do you have ice climbers? No, I got race trainers.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, you mentioned Birth of a Nation earlier. I felt bad because VHS sells. Like old VHS tapes, like anything kind of strange, it doesn't even have to be that strange. Anything kind of strange always sells. And I came across a fucking lick of like sealed VHS tapes, and one of them just so happened to be Birth of a Nation. And I thought, fuck, man, like, do I sell this thing, or do I just like throw it away? And I thought, you know what? I wonder if I can get $10 for this fucking thing.
Oh, you definitely get $10.
You look at who it was, and it was Papa John.
Yeah.
No, it was actually some fucking like obviously it was like Jackie fucking Thornburn in Florida. I'm like, of course it's going to Florida.
Of course.
Somebody by the name of Jackie. I was like, this is definitely some old
white trash on the panhandle.
Still rocking the VHS. They're like, fuck yeah,
dude, man. Well,
finally.
She got it for her daddy for her birthday.
Yeah.
For her birthday.
Oh, God.
Come on, Raw Burger, it's time to eat. But yeah, guys, this has been awesome, man. We covered a lot of topics. We talked about, abusing kids, feeding kids diarrhea. We've talked about racist video games.
Touched on the Butt Machine Boys.
Pedophiles. It's been a great episode. But guys, no, it's really been a pleasure to have you guys. We're gonna do more of these. So where can people find you on the internet, Mr. Steve?
They can find me on Twitter. That's where I'm usually at the most. At Steve X Rodgers.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. And Ratt,
Matt. Yeah, same thing on Twitter. I'm at Ratt Talk, but Ratt spelled with 2 T's. Waiting for that cease and desist from Ratt the Band.
Steve Percy's too fucked up,
Yeah, because you have a podcast right now, right?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm doing it's Whatever We Feel in Radio with my buddy D Rotten from New Jersey. We we live stream it every Saturday or Sunday, just depending on how hungover we are. But yeah, if you go to YouTube and look that up, subscribe and shit, we're trying to get more followers there. That's pretty much what I've been keeping up with.
Hell yeah.
Ratt Talk will come back eventually, but
now, do you guys just talk about Ratt?
No.
Solely
that's
dedicated to the
when me and my friends would get super hammered and everything, they would call me Ratt because I was just an asshole. So.
Well, it's a nice parallel. Matt Ratt.
Yeah, exactly.
And also what Ross fed Bob Burger.
Oh my God.
But yeah, guys, thank you for coming, and we will see you later.
Oh no, dude, before you sign off.
Yeah.
What do you got going on, man? You got shit going on.
Oh man, well,
brother, you're doing shows.
I'm doing some stand-up shows. What is it? I'm doing one. God, when is this coming out?
The Cast Man's doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit with the Fuck Yeah Nation shows. Look them up. I'm doing one in June 24th in Apple Valley, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going back to the first...
The Belly of the Beast.
The Belly of the Beast, man. It's going to be a great time. But yeah, look up Robertland Podcast.
There you
Follow
go.
that. I'll put all my shows. Yeah, I have 3 shows, but I think this will come out, right? Because I got like 2 shows this week. So, June 15th, I'll be at Le Cave in Costa Mesa.
Killing it, man.
So, heck yeah, man. I'm about to burp some hummus right now.
Well, that's better than burping up this
garlic sauce.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
but,
sick, bro.
Yeah, man, it's exciting times. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And we love y'all, and we'll be rocking it and rolling it soon. Life is a ride, and I'm going to ride it all night long. All right, bye. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'll tell him to crack the fucking.
want to touch these things because.
I met her at the swap meet. She was unbelievable. I am an alien. I don't got human emotion. If you just come inside, I think you just might love me. If I just come inside, I think we'll have a baby. Oh, don't you should go to fun, yeah. A little taste of something sweet, girl. Injection of Raven's revenge. Caramelized candy eyes. You were insatiable. VHS from Alien. Tell me a lot about masturbation. If you just come outside, we'll go to Mars and get some candy bars. You must be from Buena Park. 'Cause sugar, you have my heart, yeah. Oh, don't you should good fun, yeah. A little taste of something sweet, girl. Oh, don't you should good fun, yeah. Injection of a Raven's revenge. So sticky and so sweet, you were there for me. So sticky and so sweet, you were there for me. Oh, candy. Oh, candy. So sticky and so sweet, you were there for me. So sticky and so sweet.